What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm deciding to do something different. What I'm doing is I'm commentating over the gameplay that I got because I didn't commentate while I was playing, so I figured I'd rather do this. But I'm making this gameplay or making this commentary to show people how to play Magneto and how to play tank. I'm not the best Magneto. I'm not the best tank. I'm not trying to say that, but I know some people might struggle to play tank or maybe scared to play tank, but that's why I wanted to just commentate and give you guys tips and tricks if you did want to play tank. But so right now, yeah, I just want to show you guys like with Magneto, what you want to do, and really with all tanks, what you want to do is play corners. Right, corners are your best friend with Magneto and with any tank really. As you can see, that Squirrel Girl was out of position, so I got that early pick on her. But you see, when I'm playing Magneto, that I'm not playing off to the right. I don't want to play in their face because I could easily die, and it makes it harder on my supports for them to heal me, and it makes it to where my supports have to focus on me and only me to keep me alive. The only way I play in front of their face is if I put up my shield in order for my team behind me to throw some damage down there, right? But for the most part, I'm playing behind these corners, and I'm making sure that I'm not giving them space for free. What you do not want to do as a tank, and especially as Magneto, is let them take space, right? As you can see with that Punisher, he's off-angling. I'm not trying to kill him, but I'm just throwing shit over there, doing some damage to him to let him know, like, hey, you're not just going to shoot here freely, right? And you never let them take space. As a tank, and it sounds kind of funny, what you want to do is basically think of it like this. If you want to advance, if you want to move forward, you have to kill me. You have to kill my team in order to do it. You're not just going to advance and move forward and make us run back unless, you know what I'm saying, like you actually make us do it. As you can see with that Punisher right there, he's on turret. I know I can't kill him. My team can't really kill him right now. So what do? I fall back a little bit. My Invisible Woman pops her ult. Boom, I take that space again. I play up on that corner again, and I let him know, like, hey, it's not free to take this space. When Squirrel Girl right here pops her ult, I'm like, okay, let me move back a little bit, because I know Squirrel Girl just popped her ult. She might not be able to kill me, but she'll kill my team. I do my ult right here, and this was a horrible ult from me. I threw that fucking metal ball thing, whatever, way too early, and you're gonna see that a couple of times in this video. I'm not a great Magneto. I'm not the best tank player, so I am going to make mistakes, and that right there was a bad mistake because I held it way too early, and I didn't get my 2 kills on those people that I could have got those kills on. So right there, I kind of cost my team the point, because I feel like if I could have killed those 2 people, it was a Bucky and somebody else, that we could have won that point, or fought longer on that point. But right here, what do you see? You see that I wasn't going to go in there because they already got the point. So seeing that they already got the point, I'm not even going to get close there because there's no corner that I can play around. I'm going to be exposed in the open, and I'll just solely be relying on my teammates to heal me. So right here, I fall back, and I play this corner, right? I don't play too far open because right there I peek. Boom, Bucky hooks me, right? Bucky dies for it, but still, it shows you how quickly you can die, right? But right here, I see that they're falling back, and we have numbers, right? So when they do that, you take space. Do not play like a bitch. Take space, right? Right here, I do fall back because they have the Cloak and Dagger roll. I know they're going to walk in it. So I'm just going to play right behind the Cloak and Dagger roll. As you can see, Groot tries to push in, take his space, but I'm still here. I'm just not going to let it happen for free, right? As you can see, though, we're taking a lot of damage, so we back up or we're not getting healed. I think our healers may have died. I'm not blaming them or anything like that, but when you're not getting healed, or things are happening to where you're taking too much damage, you want to fall back, right? But you don't ever just voluntarily fall back. You make them make you fall back, right? And as you can see, that's what that Bucky did. That Bucky rushed down, right? But it's the same thing. I'm not switching up my playstyle. I'm not doing anything different. I'm taking the space when I can, and I'm trying to be a front line and an anchor for my team. That's what you want to do as a tank. You want to be an anchor, especially as Magneto. Right there, I see that they get the point. I'm not going to keep going that way because I know I'll be caught in the hallway. So I go back with my team, and right here, I'm playing right in front of the payload. The reason why I'm not playing on that corner is because Invisible Woman popped her ult, right? So because Invisible Woman popped her ult, I know I'm not going to die in that. So I just play in that ult play right in front of that Punisher turret. make him shoot my shield, and then we're good. As you can see, I'm walking forward, trying to take space, trying to take space. Right there, I learned what I did last time was wrong, so I held it longer. Almost killed the cloak and dagger, didn't really get her, but hey, made him fall back a little bit. Right there, I see the Punisher. I mean, not the Punisher. The Bucky is off angling, right? So I'm just, keep an eye out for him. I see the Squirrel Girl was low and out of position, so we were able to get the pick on her. But right there, I see they did an Invisible Woman ultimate, and I don't even want that smoke. So right here, I hear a Bucky, right? I hear a Bucky, and he killed my Loki. And so I'm trying to get this Bucky off of that position, not even trying to kill him, just get him off the position. But boom, right here, I'm out of position. Luckily, my teammates and my support healed me and saved me. But they made a mistake by not capitalizing off of that, right? So right here, I play around this corner again and just trying to front line for my team as much as possible. Remember, you want to be the anchor for your team. Your team moves with you. Your team follows your lead. If you play like a bitch and if you play passive, your team is going to do that. Or they're going to roast you for doing that because they want to go in front. They want to get kills. They want to do whatever they can, right? So right here, I see we're taking damage. Nothing I can do but just fall back. There's nothing I can do except fall back to my team, right? You're not going to win every single fight, but it's okay. Just know when to push forward, know when to hold ground, and know when to fall back, right? And obviously you have to rely on your teammates and your support to do their jobs, but for the most part, worry about yourself and worry about being an anchor for the team. Right here, I see Loki has his runes up, so I'll play right on the ruins and hold shield to try to protect my team from the Punisher turret. Right there, you see that Groot overextended way too much and ended up dying. He got too greedy. Squirrel Girl popped her ult. It's fine though. We ended up getting a kill on the Bucky and the Punisher. The Punisher was out of position. He tried to off angle and his ult. It didn't work. Right there, I'm out of position. Bucky could have killed me, but his team wasn't with him, and so I fall back a little bit, right? But you want to capitalize off of people's mistakes. Boom, right there, out of position, you get killed, right? So you want to capitalize off of other people's mistakes. Right there, I see that Punisher, and I know that Punisher is going to go to the right side eventually. I just don't know when. But I don't want to leave just yet because I know my team wants to fight on this front line real quick. And boom, right there, I see the Punisher is shooting, and I know he can't get back to his team in time. I know the Groot just died, so what am I going to do? I'm going to fight that. And boom, what happens? He walks right into a Psylocke ult. I see Squirrel Girl up top on high ground. Here's the thing, I don't want to kill Squirrel Girl right here. It'll be nice if I do. My priority is to get her off of high ground. Make her see me, make her take damage, and make her say, let me get off of this high ground, right? But she ends up dying for it. Right here, I see that they're staggering. They don't have their team with them, so I said, I'll hold this position right here. I have my ult. I pop my ult because I'm thinking Cloak and Dagger is going to come back to safety, but she doesn't, so I just dunk on Bucky. But right here I see, okay, they're starting to push me a little bit to get me off of this angle. So I'm going to get off this angle because my team isn't with me. So I just fall back to my team, and boom, I frontline again. I frontline again because I'm trying to make it to where they can't just walk that freely, right? Now that their team is back, they're going to try to. They pop the Invisible Woman ult. And so now, I'm just trying to play around these corners and just try to throw shit out there, see if I can get a kill, see if I can do a lot of damage to make somebody fall back. Right here, I know they're not playing too far up on the cart, so I'm like, you know what, let me play up on the cart. Then boom, Bucky does his ult. So I'm like, okay, Bucky just did his ult, team is dying, they're falling back, they might take this, right? And boom, there's another ult, and they're just doing a good job of just basically pumping out the damage, right? So we got caught with a lot of ults, and they ended up scoring it, and it's okay, right? We don't want to let them do it for free though. That's my biggest point. You never just fall back for no reason and you guys fight at a distance. If they give you space, you take that space, right? If they are pushing you back and you're taking too much damage, you fall back, right? If nothing's happening, you hold that ground, right? That's your job as a tank. And especially when you're playing Magneto. That's what Magneto is good at. Magneto has horrible mobility, right? And his fire rate of his primary is kind of weird. So you don't want to just rely on just straight up just like going crazy and doing damage and moving around fast. So you have to rely on your health pool and your abilities, right? And you're tanky as fuck. So you just want to be a tank. That's how you want to play it, right? And you have to understand that You're gonna have teammates that might not be as good. They might be trash. But blaming your teammates all the time, you can blame them, but don't just try to live and die off of that. Like, oh, I can't rank up because of this, because of my teammates, because of that. Always understand that you could always improve. You could always do better. Nobody plays a perfect game, right? This is a Diamond 2 lobby, so it's not the highest of the highest lobby, but it is a pretty high lobby, right? And in lower lobbies, you'll see like a lot of golds or platinums. I'll always talk about elo hell and I can't climb. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, you can if you're good. If you do your job 99% of the time, you're gonna climb. And you know what I mean? You never just want to keep just blaming other people for you not climbing. So right here, we get back into it. First thing I want to do as Magneto is take space. I am walking because they're allowing me to walk, right? I see they have a penny, so I'm immediately focusing my attention now on this penny trap. I want this penny trap gone because even if I create space, excuse me, my team can't walk because of the fucking penny mines, right? So I make a dumb decision here and I literally just focus on the penny mines and hope that my team, right? And hope that my team heals me, and they do. And now my team is able to walk a little bit because I got those penny mines out the way, and Penny has just fell back completely. And the Groot is just up there fighting by himself. And I'm not trying to be mean here, but the Groot isn't all that great of a Groot. I throw some shit and see if it sticks, and boom, it hit Squirrel Girl. So now we're doing better, right? I fell back a little bit to get some health, but boom, I see my Venom is up there taking space. They're not helping out the Groot at all. They just fell back. You see what I mean? Like, their team fell back. They just completely fell back what the Groot was fighting, so it allows us to walk forward, kill the Groot, and then kill the rest of them. You know what I mean? It would have been a lot harder for us if their support or DPS was fighting with the Groot, but they weren't, right? So right here, what do? I don't want them to touch. I want my team to stand on that point and cap that point. So what am I going to do? I'm going to walk this Thor down because he can't touch. He's out of position, and because he died so late, he's spawning all the way in the back of the map while his team is up here. So I'm like, okay, we have a lot of free room to walk, right? Now that my team is with me, we see two supports out of position. So what do? We capitalize on that, me and the Venom and the Bucky, and we walk down these supports. They run away, boom, Cloak and Dagger gets caught. That's what you want to do. You want to walk them down. You want to make sure that you take space. Right here, I see Squirrel Girl out of position. I want to kill her quick. Boom, solo ulter, kill her with my primary. Thor is trying to take position as best as he can because he came back late. But it doesn't matter. They have a Moon Knight now. It doesn't matter. I play the same way. I play around corners and I play to take space. That's the name of the game, especially when you're attacking. When you're attacking, you want to take space. When you're defending, you want to hold that space and then take space if they back up because you want to get those kills, right? So right here, I see that there's a lot of shit going on. I'm still not letting them get free space, right? But right now, boom, Moon Knight. Oh, I'm like, okay, let me back up a little bit because I think we lose this fight. Oh no, we don't lose the fight. I'm taking space again. You know what I mean? Thor, he's being really aggressive, playing out of position. Boom, he dies for that, right? So it's all about capitalizing off of your opponent's mistakes, right? And boom, they all are playing out of position. They each die one by one. Invisible Woman dies trying to save Bucky, right? So now Bucky dies and Invisible Woman dies. Right here is a great play that I do, right? I'm not trying to get any kills right there. I know my team is walking the payload and they're trying to get it to the point. I don't want their team to come to the payload, right, and stall it. So I just walk and show myself to them and try to get them to do damage to me and just attack me. And I fall back to my team on the payload and we cap it. Right there, I die because I'm out of position, right? The Groot walls me off and they do a crazy amount of damage to me and I die. And that's okay. I'm 27-4. I'm still doing great. We still got the point. I get back very, very quickly, right? And it's the same thing when I come back. I want to come back, play around corners, and try to take space as much as I can. I see my Venom is doing it. Boom, I get right there with my Venom. I don't play behind my Venom. I don't play, scary with my Venom. No, I play right next to my Venom. Boom. And then we rush down, right? We get a pick. I do my ultimate because I see some of them are low. Try to get Punisher off that turret. Boom, kill him. Kill the Groot. Kill the Squirrel Girl. And boom, kill the Bucky. All that happened because we walked them down. All that happened because my Venom is playing front line. All that happens because we play as a team. As tank, if you walk them down, your team will walk them down with you. You know what I mean? As tank, if you fall back, your team isn't going to want to push. Right here, Groot plays extremely out of position, doesn't care about his team or where his healers are, and he dies for it, and we score it, right? I understand he wants to touch, but that was just still really stupid. So we end the round 33-4, right? But I just want to, reiterate the most important points when playing tank. You always, always, always want to be an anchor, right? You want to play those corners, you want to take that space, and you want to make sure that you are never giving the opponent just a free reign to do whatever they want. Make them see you, make them understand that you're there, that you're there, and make them understand that they aren't just going to walk on the team and kill them for free, right? And when you do that as tank, your teammates have a much better time playing the game because they have more space to make their plays. And your support, guess what? Your support isn't just primarily focused on healing you, right? Your support can do damage themselves. Your support can heal the other DPS, right? Your support isn't just hyper focused on you, because that's what happens a lot. When there is a bad when there is a bad tank, support is just hyper focused on keeping the tank alive, right? When tanks is making stupid decisions, support is hyper focused on keeping that tank alive, right? And sometimes the DPS don't get healed and things like that, and then people start to argue in the chat. Right here, you see me shout out to Loki and shout out to Sue. Like, hey, support is doing amazing. Thank you guys for keeping me alive, and thank you guys for playing with the team also, because when we create that space, our team is taking advantage of it. So right here, what do you see me do? Same thing. I'm playing that corner. When they come out of that spawn, I want them to see me right there. I want you to see me. I'm not going to push them up and be up close on them, no. But you see how that group walks up without his team? And he's playing up without his team, and he's trying to take space, but his team isn't going with him. He takes all that damage. He has to fall back a little bit. Right here, I make sure my team is still with me, and I'm just holding that space. I'm in the middle right now because I'm full health. I try to bubble my teammate to save him, but he ends up dying, and the Venom dies too. So right here, I see that 2 people just died on my team, so I'm already knowing, right, they were going to lose this fight. So I'm not trying to ego battle them, but I'm still trying to stall as long as possible and let them know, like, hey, you got to kill me to take this point. And they do, but it's still a thing as a tank, and we're just like, you never just let them get space for free. I knew we were going to lose the fight, but it's okay because you still are doing your job, right? Those people, the Bucky and the Venom, made that mistake of dying, but it's okay because we're just going to regroup and keep doing the same thing because nothing is changing right here. We just keep doing the same thing. Now, right here, I understand that they're going to get this point, right? Invisible Woman dies, Loki goes in or sends a clone or whatever, but I understand they're going to get the point. Am I going to play right on that point? No, they're already going to get the point. I'm going to wait until that cart moves out a little bit. I miss all my shots on the Bucky. Like I said, I'm not the best Magneto. It happens. But what happens? I rotate back to my team, and we're playing right here in front. Their tanks are severely overextended without any support. So what do? I pop ult. I kill Groot. My teammate handles the rest of the tanks. We clean up on the Bucky because he's still trying to stall on point. We clean up, and boom, right there. We lost that first. They took the first point because we made a stupid mistake and we ended up dying. My team did. But we came back, regrouped, and we played correctly, and we capitalized off their mistakes. That's a big thing you got to do. You have to capitalize off of the other team's mistakes because they will make mistakes. And the lower rank you are, the more mistakes people are going to make. That's why I feel like it's easy to climb when you're in like gold or silver or something like that, because they make mistakes a lot. Like a ton of mistakes that they make. It's a ton, right? And if you capitalize on those mistakes, you're going to win constantly. But it takes skill, and it takes practice, and it takes knowing your character in order to do that, right? And because of those tanks playing so far up, they were in front of the payload, playing so far up without their supports that they died immediately. And then what happens when they die? We win the round automatically because we can clean up any of the squishies, right? So you always want to make sure that you are doing your job and capitalizing off of people's mistakes and taking the space when you can take it. You know what I mean? As you can see, I think we're 35-5 right now. We're doing good. I think we end the game 42-5, but it's because, like I said, we keep playing correctly. Magneto is one of the top 3 best tanks in the game if you play him correctly. If he has the Scarlet Witch team up, he is unstoppable. I don't have it this game, but he's unstoppable with the Scarlet Witch team up, right? Because it gives him so much range on his attacks. But Here we go. What am I doing? I'm trying to take space immediately. Right here, I see that they're pushed up way too far ahead down main. So what happens? I deviate towards left, try to get on that rocket. Rocket out of position. What happens? He dies. We punish those mistakes. When they make mistakes, they have to suffer the consequences of those mistakes. Rocket was too far up. He dies. Groot is pushing me for some weird ass reason, trying to kill me. Boom. He dies. My team is right there. I'm getting pocketed. Groot's making a very dumb decision, pushing me like that with my team right there. He dies. Bucky out of position. He dies. Right here, I see the spider nest. What do? I don't shoot at anybody else but that spider nest. Why? Because we can't walk with that spider nest pumping out penny mines, right? So right here, now we can walk it. We walk it, and what do? We end them quickly. Invisible Woman, I cut her off. Rocket gets killed. He has a respawn beacon, so they come back. Penny, I don't know what the fuck that was. She just walked into all that damage and she dies. And Groot dies. Right here, am I going to let them take this space and jump on point? No. I'll walk them down. Here's the thing. I know that I'm probably not going to kill them, right? My aim isn't all that great right here, and I'm missing a lot of shots. But my goal right there wasn't to kill them. My goal was to prevent them from touching the point by distracting them, by making them look at me. Right here, I see Penny's doing her shit. I'm not going to chase her. Why would I chase that? So I flank around, and I kill the Moon Knight. He's still able to get his ult off, but I kill him for it, right? Boom. Right here, I fall back to my team because I'm out of position. I get healed up. Groot staggered way too much. He dies because he's the last one on the point. And boom, we win. It's that easy. You always, always, always capitalize off their mistakes because they make them so frequently. People play stupid, and you have to capitalize off the stupidity. But that was just a quick video to explain how Magneto works and how tanking works in the game. I'm not the best Magneto, like I said, but it's fun to do. And I got MVP, but I will catch you guys in the next video.